Hi besties! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I feel like we need to make this a little bit cozier, so I'm gonna light my candle. So now that I'm back on YouTube, I wanted to do a quick Q&A and answer a couple questions that you guys had for me on my Instagram. So let's just get right into it. So first off, how has your 2022 been so far? I definitely think it is the start of a very impactful year for my life. This is my first year that I am completely out of school, so I feel very ready for change and I feel ambitious and I feel excited. But so far it's been really good and fulfilling and feels like I'm taking the necessary steps to what I want and the life that I want to create. So I feel really hopeful about this year. Okay, next up, best advice on tips for someone wanting to pursue social media / creating content. I think when it comes to social media, you have to remember that done is better than perfect. You are never going to be perfect. You're never going to start off perfect. And that's something that I feel has prohibited me in a lot of ways from really growing into what I want to be on social media. I think my biggest advice for anyone who wants to be a content creator is just start. Just start posting. It doesn't matter if it's embarrassing. It doesn't matter if your mom is your only follower. Just start. Trust me. Set goals for yourself, whether it's a quantity of posts that you want to make per week, whether it's a posting schedule, whatever it is, set goals for yourself and just tell yourself, I'm gonna post. Even if it's not completely done with a bow wrapped around it, your best bet is to just start posting. I think just put yourself out there, start, and I don't think you'll regret it. And if anybody mocks you or if somebody makes a joke about what you're doing on the internet, they're probably jealous and they just wish they could do it too. What are your goals for your YouTube channel? My goal this year, it's on my vision board, is 50,000 subscribers. I really want to hit 50,000 before the end of the year and take it more seriously and just try to post weekly or at least every 2 weeks and stay consistent. Share your Spotify. It is Maddie, I think it's Maddie-Spidell. I have a Taylor Swift playlist for every single mood that you could ever imagine, so enjoy. What's your opinion on Wisconsin? I think Wisconsin will always be my home, and I love Wisconsin. I don't see myself living in Wisconsin for the rest of my life, but I do love it. Go Bucks! Where did you get your 5-minute journal? I got mine from Amazon. I can try to find a link, but they had a ton of different colors on Amazon, and it is amazing. Love it. Awesome tool if you're working on gratitude this year. Would you like to get married and or have babies? I would love to get married and I would love to have babies, just not now. I think people forget that I am 21 years old. I don't really have any plans to get married or to have kids anytime soon. And I think that this is a question that a lot of women get asked. A lot of female content creators I know have dealt with this. Please don't ask us when we're having kids, and please don't ask us about if we're pregnant or anything like that. I think that is a boundary that you should just not ever cross. I think with all people that can have children, just don't ask them that. When they want to tell you, they will tell you. But for me personally, I think it's years down the line. Tips for high schoolers. Whew. My biggest tip if you are in high school is it won't always be like this. Everybody loves to talk about how high school is the best 4 years of your life, and while I do think that there are a lot of awesome things that high school offers, specifically sports, seeing your friends every day, clubs, things like that, it's not the best 4 years of your life, I promise you, unless you peak in high school, which that is never the goal. High school's hard, and I think it's really tough to balance everything, and I think that's an age that's kind of, there's a lot of conflict that is kind of unnecessary. But I just want you to know it gets better, and you're not always gonna feel like this, and I promise it's gonna be okay. It's gonna get better. Are you in a relationship? So here's the thing about having a following online. I've said this a little bit on my Instagram, but I kind of want to reiterate it here. I think young relationships are difficult enough to navigate. I think when your relationship is very public, it can distort the way you feel about that person or about your relationship. I think there are a lot of benefits to keeping your personal life and your online life very separate. So for me personally, I've said it before, but I just don't feel comfortable sharing a lot of my interpersonal relationships, including friendships, family, and relationships with the internet. At this time, maybe that'll change in the future, but for right now, I just don't feel like that's something that I want to share. And thank you for respecting that. Tips on taking good Instagram pictures at home. Okay, these are my two biggest tips. Lifesaver app, Lens Buddy. We love Lens Buddy. If you are taking pictures alone, you need to get the Lens Buddy app. I am not kidding. This is not sponsored, unless they want to sponsor me. But Lens Buddy has saved me so many times. You can basically press a button and it takes like 50 photos for you within a minute, and you can just go out and just move your body, and I think it helps with the motion of pictures and not having very like staged pictures for your Instagram. Another savior if you're not using Lens Buddy is live photos, obviously. So if you turn on your live, then you can go back and like watch the video and kind of edit it and pick out which frame is best that you want to use for Instagram. So those are my two biggest tips. Also, if you're looking for creative, like at-home photo shoots, stuff like that, I always go on Pinterest. I feel like there's a lot of cool ones and a lot of like simple DIYs that you can use that have always helped me in the past. Definitely use Pinterest as a resource. That's what I go to whenever I need any sort of inspiration for Instagram pictures. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? 5 years. Okay, 5 years, I will be 26. Interesting. In 5 years, I want to own some sort of business. I have ideas, I just have not even started putting them into place yet because I don't feel like I'm there at the moment. I have a lot of cool ideas and things that I want to achieve in the future. I think they are completely achievable in the next 5 years. So definitely just like some really cool projects that I think I want to work on that would be very full circle, and collaborating with brands that I love and creating my own business and my own projects. Definitely something that I would love to do. And then also possibly married and living in a big city and maybe a couple designer bags. And I guess I just want to be happy and physically and emotionally and mentally healthy. Definitely think the next 5 years are just going to be me coming into exactly who I want to be. 2022 resolution. Okay. I was just journaling about this. I feel like I have so many resolutions that I created after the year came about. All January, I was like, you know what? That's another resolution. And that's another resolution. One of my resolutions is called the one-touch rule. That means when I get an email, when I get a text, when I get any sort of like DM or something like that, it's a one-touch rule. I open it, I respond, and that's it. I don't want to open it and then respond 3 days later because I forgot to respond when I initially opened it. So one-touch rule, just get it done with, get it taken care of. Another thing that I want to work on is not making myself small. You'll never get what you don't ask for. Kind of implementing that and showing up for myself and just saying, you know what, I'm gonna go after that. I'm gonna say that I want that. I'm going to ask for that. And not backing down in any way. I think sometimes, especially as women, we kind of shy away from things when we don't feel like we belong or we feel inferior. So just kind of having a backbone and standing up for myself and saying, you know what, actually I'm gonna go after it, and paving my way through life and my career and ambitions. Okay, so I know that was a quick Q&A, but thank you so much for watching. I love you guys more than you know. Thank you for the love and support and your nice comments. I love reading them. They make me so happy, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!